How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today, I'm going to talk about money, as if I don't talk about money enough on this channel. In particular, I'm going to talk about how sometimes for some people, making money in itself, it's more exciting than actually living life itself. This video is brought to you by Webull. You can get up to 3 free shares of stock valued up to $3,300 just for opening up an account and funding it. In addition, you can get $5 of crypto just for trading $1 worth of crypto. If you have not already gotten a Webull account, you can help out this channel just for signing up and get some free shares. Check out my referral link down in the video description below. What I'm going to talk about today really came from a quote from the book Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. I like the quote so much that I wrote it down because it really hits home. Thrill of making money exceeds the thrill of actually living. How many times have we found ourselves working for something because we're gonna make X amount of dollars? Sometimes people work indefinitely on an ongoing basis, no matter how much they already have. They keep on making more and more money, amassing more and more wealth. There are two things to dissect from this particular quote. The first thing that comes to mind is whenever someone has a job that they love, they make some kind of money from it. And the question here is, do you actually really love your job, or do you love the money that comes with the job? The way to figure out if this is the case or not is just imagine yourself winning the lottery. Are you going to stay at the same job still? Let's say you won $100 million. Are you gonna still keep on working at that particular job? Sometimes maybe a particular job is so lucrative that you forget about all else. You just go, okay, because it brings you so much money, you're gonna say you like it anyway. The second part of this quote, the thrill of making money exceeds the thrill of actually living. Now, when they say living, I have a question about this myself. It's like, what is living? Maybe you working at a job is living in itself. People have to do some work at some point, right? If money is no concern, what would you be doing instead of working? Maybe actually living is going to tour the entire world, maybe eating at all the fancy restaurants. It might not exactly be putting 40 hours a week on your day job. If you have the choice, maybe some people might choose to work less hours and do more leisurely things. Now on this channel, if you look at my logo, it's basically a dollar sign or maybe a Bitcoin sign. So it has a lot to do with money. People are very interested in how to manage money, how to make money, how to save money. And more importantly, I think the most popular topic is how to make money easily. People tend to gravitate towards that thing. There actually is no easy money, but in order to get a lot of views, you just make some video saying there's a really, really easy way to make thousands of dollars. And if you make it really believable, then yeah, okay, people are gonna watch. On the flip side, if I make a video about consistency, putting in all the hard work, no one wants to hear this. But this is exactly how I made my money and how I was able to retire. Now, money, I think it's a kind of an interesting thing to think about. It drives people to do a lot of different things, including getting in a car and commuting long hours and doing all kinds of things at work. You know, you can spend your entire day trying to earn a couple $100s. In essence, money is a way for society to keep tabs on how much value you have given it. So you put in some value, it gives you some money back, so you can have this storage of money that you can use later else for some value from someone else. The more money that you have, the more value that you have presented to other people. Unless, of course, you won the lottery or maybe you made an inheritance, in which case, whoever you inherited from provided that value to society. But what I find interesting is sometimes you don't actually have to spend money in order to have a real world effect. For example, you can have the money in a savings account, you can grow it, you can have it invested, you can grow it some more. It even has a way of making things happen in real life, even though you may not have ever spent a penny of that money. There's potential power in, let's say, $1,000. For example, let's say in an auction, you bid on something that the current bid price is $500, and you say, okay, I have $1,000, I'm going to bid on it for $1,000, and then eventually, let's say you never win this auction, so you never spent this $1,000. You have the potential to spend it. But someone comes around and says, oh, okay, because you want to spend $1,000 on it, they're also willing to spend a little bit more in order to beat you out. So they're gonna spend $1,100 on it. Eventually you lose the auction, and you see how there's a real world consequence here. Even though you never spent the $1,000, you actually cause someone else to spend even more than you. Now, if you have enough money to retire on and you never spent a dime of it, this is essentially unspent money, and let's say you keep on growing your net worth. This amount is still sitting there, providing you peace of mind, providing you value, providing you security, even though it's never been touched. The value of this big lump sum of money essentially allows you to work on your own terms, allow you to retire, and essentially be free from working. When I quit my engineering job and started doing YouTube full-time about 4 years ago, many people suggested, why don't you just keep on working for another year or two, save up a little bit more, because this represents probably another 100K, 150K or so. And then I do not have to scrimp as hard and I can live more comfortably. But the question here is, yeah, let's say I follow that advice and I work another year or two more. There's always going to be someone else that comes along and says, hey, why are you quitting now? Why don't you work another year or two? And then another year or two pass, let's say I keep on working, the same thing is gonna keep on creeping up. Why don't you keep on working longer and longer and longer? And eventually, maybe I'm never gonna pursue this YouTube thing, and I just keep on working at my job, and dreams are not realized and no action is ever taken. Let's say you have enough money to retire on, and you just keep on accumulating more and more money at your day job. Do you really enjoy your day job, or are you working there just to accumulate more money so that you can feel a little bit more and more secure, which it's a never-ending game? I hope you guys enjoyed this video and really makes you think about if you are working for money itself, or are you really enjoying what you're doing? Don't forget to give me a like on this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.